You're probably just procrastinating on your writing.
I know I write so much better when there is no word count limit. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I really need to make a map. Why am I such a slow writer? Good morning. It is very, very early for me on this wonderful Saturday morning. I'm not feeling this energy at all, even though I decided, oh, I'm gonna try and write 10,000 words this weekend. Oh, and that's because I'm just so, there's just so much I want to get on paper, and I want to get to that point already. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe if I write 10,000 words this weekend, I'll be able to get to that place that I really want to get. But I've never written 10,000 words in a weekend. It actually sounds insurmountable, impossible, ridiculous. It sounds like I'm gonna burn out. But we're gonna try anyway. So I don't really have a plan for what I want. I just want to get to 10k words. This is the current word count where I left off last night. We're currently at 37,189 words, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all. Now, of course, the goal is going to be 10,000 plus that number. I don't know if we're gonna get there. It sounds kind of crazy the more I think about it. I'm not sure what possessed me to try and do this. I work Monday and I might as well try to make the best of this weekend, even though my house is currently a mess. But first, I'm going to make some coffee because we need it. Desperately, actually. Desperately. Okay, but now I'm thinking maybe I should actually clean my room, because if you guys see the state of this, you're gonna be like, oh dear, maybe you should clean your room, but you're probably just procrastinating on your writing. Well, you tell me, because look at this. Look at this. Do you see my room? It's a complete mess. Bed, unmade. Okay, that's all the stuff that I still haven't unpacked from London. It's all still there. But this is just an excuse for not writing, and I'm supposed to be writing 10,000 words this weekend, at least 5,000 today and 5,000 tomorrow. But how are you gonna do it if your stuff is all messy and it's all you're thinking about? You know what? I'm gonna put this off for another day. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So I changed. I wanted to feel more professional with what I'm doing. So I'm steadily approaching the 40k mark, which is insane because it's not that I didn't think I would get there, but seeing the book forming more and more and feeling more alive, it's kind of crazy. I actually kind of feel a bit weird trying to do a word count, because you know how when you're writing an essay for college or school or something and they give you a word, or even just those silly discussion boards, and they're like you have to write 250 words. You start to kind of add in or say things that you wouldn't write it that way if you didn't have some sort of limit that you had to get to. So I'm kind of trying to be really cognizant of that. I'm not sure if I like trying to challenge myself with an exact word count. I don't know, it feels like I'm trying to meet some sort of threshold, and I don't want it to be that way. I want to write organically. I'm not saying that I'm not doing that, but I'm a few of the things I've written, I'm why did I write it this way? Am I really trying to just fit in more words that are completely unnecessary to this manuscript? I'm gonna make sure that I try to minimize that, because I actually really don't like that at all. But this is kind of fun. It's kind of making me really sit here and focus. basically about to enter Act 2, or I'm like at the beginning of Act 2. I don't really write in acts. At least I don't think I do. I don't know. I'm not like trying to write in like a 1, 2, 3 story act. I just know that I'm kind of at the point where my main character she's starting to get the trickle of doubt about her own religion. She worships this goddess. The worship of this goddess is very, very popular in the entire world, essentially. But there are some questionable things that she begins to learn, and she's also trying to figure out what is going on with this other thing while it's very hard. I'm trying to talk around a lot of these things. There are a lot of locations in this fantasy book, and I really need to make a map because I'm naming all of these places and I have like sort of an idea of where they are, but I really need it on paper. I think that's something that I'm gonna do at some point very soon. I'm gonna try to draw my own map of this main city where a good majority of the story takes place. As I'm writing, I'm like, oh, there's this place and this place and this place. We have these floating islands, again, you know, tropical fantasy novel, sort of, kind of. Actually, yes, that's exactly what it is. There are floating islands. That's like the capital of the city. There's the upper city where like the you know, rich royalty, they live up there in the upper city where the isles are like floating, and then the lower city on the coast is where everybody else lives. There's so many different places in both the upper city and the lower city that are pretty relevant to the story, and I'm taking my characters through the lower city to kind of give the readers a glimpse into the rest of not even a glimpse, like I want them to see the rest of the city, the rest of the city. I really want it to feel immersive, and I'm not sure if my story feels immersive quite yet. Like I want it to feel like you could really be there, that you are actually there, that this place is real. There are many things that happen. There are people that live here. I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job of that quite yet. This is my first draft. I've heard people kind of call this a zero draft, but I wouldn't say I'm writing an outline. This is the first draft. And I'm trying really hard not to go back and fill in other things because that's what I'm going to do for the second draft. But a lot of it's, you know, I have a lot of dialogue here, and to me, I think I'm pretty good at dialogue. It feels very natural the way people respond to each other right now. I have so much world building. The religion portion is such a big piece of this world and of these people. They worship the goddess of fertility, of cultivation. If you want a child, if you want your crops to grow, if you want abundance of food, that is who you pray to. And in this world, it's notoriously difficult for women to get pregnant. So if you're worshiping her, it's almost like a guaranteed thing that you're gonna end up having a child. If you've ever seen movies like what's that one with Daniel Radcliffe? He's like he goes missing in like the Amazon with his friend. It's based on like a true story. I'm gonna like put the name right here. But if you've seen that movie with how dangerous and dense that jungle is, that is the type of country, the realm that this takes place in. This is a difficult place to survive, except it was until this big city was formed by this particular, this line of royalty, I shall say. My voice is a bit fried, sorry. And I'm out of water. I think I'm gonna take a little break and probably play a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. I'm currently in my honor mode run playing as Lae'zel, and I'm in Act 3. I will not spoil this game if you have not played it, but it is so much fun.
Back again? I know a reader and I see one. What'll it be?
It's almost 4 o'clock now. I have not written as much as I thought I would. I kind of kept writing a bit and then started playing Baldur's Gate 3 and spent a little bit more time than I thought I was going to spend on that game. I'm back to writing. However, I'm actually really hungry. All I had this morning was coffee and now I'm starving. So I'm going to go eat and try to hit 5,000 words. I'm just shy of 1,500 words, which is nothing. So I don't know what gave me the bright idea to try and do 10,000 words in one weekend, because I don't think I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try. And if I don't make it, that's okay. The point is putting effort for writing your book or my book, anyone's book. As long as you try, I think that's the only thing that really matters here at the end of the day. So I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. I'm feeling some spicy ramen, and yeah, I'm going to go eat. You think you're gonna get, honey, there's nothing here for you. I know, I'm sorry. No, it's human food. Just want to give an update. I am less than 200 words, shy from 40,000 words. Yay! This is amazing. It's like 7:30 at night. I am nowhere near the 5,000 mark. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm at around, let me check. All right, I'm at 2,691. Nowhere near where I said I would be, which was supposed to be halfway. I think I'm making good progress. I'm gonna finish getting to 40,000 and then probably go back to playing some more Baldur's Gate, drink some tea, start tucking in for the night, and then start again tomorrow, and we will see if I make my goal. I don't think I will. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I've always felt that trying to get to the word count was not really going to help me personally, because again, I feel like I'm writing in one of those like discussion posts, and I've always hated that because I end up writing in a bunch of filler, but I'm just kind of writing what feels naturally to me. I'm trying to get to 10K, but also not trying to get to 10K. It would be cool. It would mean that I'm closer to finishing this, and then I can actually start editing it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep writing and then go to bed or play video games. We'll see.
I just hit the 40K mark. I'm very happy. Congratulations to me. Applause are in order. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Officially in the second act, I think. Again, I don't know what to call it, but it's basically act 2. So, yay me!
today's rather gloomy. Ran some much needed errands today. We got some laundry done, got some groceries, and now we're gonna try and sit and finish this 10,000 word campaign thing that I'm trying to do, which again, so far, I really don't like doing this. This is actually not fun. This feels like a homework assignment. I'm not saying that it feels like there's pressure because it's not really what I want to call it, but like I said before, it feels like one of those annoying discussion boards that we all had to do for our college classes, and I don't like it at all because anytime I've had an assignment where there is no word count, I think what I write is a lot better than the nonsense I force myself to write when it's like that 250 word minimum that you have to do, because I end up filling it with a lot of filler. I'm more of like I get to the point of what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know, I write, again, I don't know how to explain it, but I know I write so much better when there is no word count limit. So here I am trying to do this 10,000 word assignment thing. Why am I even calling it an assignment? It's not an assignment. We're gonna write today and see if we can get to 10,000 words. Okay? So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's go. So, spoiler alert, I did not reach 10,000 words. I frankly wasn't expecting to, but I wanted to try it. I don't know if I'm gonna do another like 10K challenge. I don't know. So I have a group of friends. Someone will send a prompt and we each have 15 minutes to write. And you stop once the clock is out, okay? Everybody else wrote 500, 600 words in 15 minutes. And I wrote 411. And I felt like actually kind of insecure about that for a little bit, because it's like, well, how are they writing so much more than me? Why am I such a slow writer? I was really beating myself up for that because my passion is writing, but I don't write as fast as a lot of people. I felt slow, and I know that's not really fair because everybody writes at their own pace. I don't like sprints, not really. I don't like trying to write 10,000 words, right? That's just not the kind of writer that I am. I'm the kind of writer that when I write, I just write. I felt really weird doing this challenge. I know a lot of people on authortube have done it, and that's amazing. I love watching them hit their goal. Like, I'm not like shaming anyone for writing a lot. I'm actually in awe of everybody who writes faster and way more than I do in 15 minutes. That's amazing. But I guess I don't know. One, I have carpal tunnel, so my wrists get a bit strained a little bit more easily. Yeah, 10K isn't for me because I wrote less than 10,000. Let me see how much we're gonna do a little calculator check real quick. 4,852 words. However, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's okay. I think it's actually pretty good for a weekend. In fact, I had a lot of things I had to do around the house. I had to take care of my little pooch, spend a lot of time with her. I had to clean up my house, run a couple of errands, like, you know. Unfortunately, I did not choose a completely free weekend. A lot of people can't do that, right? Because a lot of us, we work full-time jobs, or we're in school at the same time, or we're doing both school and a job at the same time. Both of them completely full-time. So whenever you can find time to write, then just write then. It doesn't matter if it's just one little paragraph or a couple of sentences. Every single word counts for something. I don't think I'm gonna keep beating myself up because I didn't write enough. Like, that's just not fair. I owe myself more than that. I shouldn't feel bad about that, and neither should you at all. Let me know if you've tried to do something like this, and how did it turn out for you? Were you able to meet that goal? 5,000, 10,000, even 1,000 words? what did you do to get to that point? I would love some tips and tricks to write more, a little bit faster, because I'm not necessarily anxious to finish this book, but I am excited to see it completed so I can start working on the second draft, which everybody keeps telling me is even worse than actually writing the first draft. And I'm telling you right now, writing this first draft is the bane of my existence right now. But again, I'm very excited to get it finished. So if you've got tips on how to write more, find the time to do it, what's your writing routine, I'd really love to hear about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night, have a good day, have a good whatever it is that you're doing. And yeah, bye!